guys, and welcome back to a new series called Recreation. In this series, I will be taking different teams from different leagues and trying to recreate their previous season. Here we are starting with Aston Villa, where in this season they finished in the Champions League spots. And I'm going to be trying to recreate that or even try to better it. I haven't done a long form video since one of my first videos, so hopefully this goes well. In this season, we will of course be starting in the Europa Conference League, and Villa Park is a very, very good stadium. Haven't been there myself, but it's one of my favourite stadiums. The atmosphere is always good, and apart from that, there's nothing else really to say. Let's get into it and assess the squad. Also of note, we know that they have indeed won a Champions League, a famous Champions League win before I was born, and we are just trying to see if we might even be able to recreate it in the second season. How the series is going to work is we're going to do the initial season, and if we can recreate that, we're going to do the second season and see how well we can do with the achievements that we got in the first season. So if we do achieve Champions League status this season, we will indeed go into a second season and see how far we can get Aston Villa into the Champions League. Of course, we will be doing this with different teams. For example, I will be doing an Ipswich recreation season where we'll be trying to get them promoted as they did last season. Now, they are struggling, but hopefully they can survive. And we will be trying to get them promoted as well and see if we can do better than they're doing this season and see if we can do better than they did last season as well. Maybe even win the league. And we will firstly assess the squad, create a tactic, and I will come back when I've made all my transfers and just at the end of the summer transfer window. Okay, so we made one signing, Joe Skelly. I just thought we might have needed some cover at right back. We didn't really have any options. We had Matty Cash. It wasn't ideal, but we had a couple outgoings, a lot of loans, which is good. Sorry, I butchered his first name. Kellyman went on loan and got Young Player of the Month in the Championship, or League One, W in League One. He got Player of the Month in League One, which was good to see. Callum Chambers, 12 million, up to 15. Really, really good sale. Really happy with that. Morgan Rogers, I wanted to involve him. He's been good in real life this season, but I just think just getting a little bit of game time could do really well for him, as he has some really high potential, and I would really like him to slot into that attacking midfielder role. I did try to sell a couple more, but no one was accepting any of the offers that I put in front of them. We've had a very, very good start to the season. Not perfect, but very good start to the season. Won all 3 games in the Premier League. Had a little bit of a scare, drawing 1-1 in the first leg to AFG. And then in the second leg, we did go 1-0 down. But eventually we did bring it back and won 5-3 on aggregate. And we've been very much blessed with our Europa Conference League group. It's good fun. I don't know any of the teams in our group. I can be honest, I've never heard of any of them. It could have been worse. Club Bruges, I know Club Bruges. I don't think that was that Besiktas. Who else could we have got? We could have got Frankfurt. I think Fiorentina. No, Frankfurt were pot one. We could have got Frankfurt. Fiorentina were pot one. Oh, I don't know. I wasn't really paying attention to the draw, to be honest. But no, we definitely lucked out. We got an easy draw for the Europa Conference League, and to be honest, we probably should be winning that. We're probably the strongest team in the competition. No, but I'm very happy with the signing of Joe Skelly here, or Scally. Go over and compare him with Matty Cash. And as you can see, Matty Cash is the better player. But Joe Scally just has room to grow. Matty Cash is just, yeah. He's a bit better defensively, which is good, but we really want Matty Cash to be bombing down the right-hand side. You see, he's already got 2 assists in 5 games, which is a good start. But no, he has room to grow. He has good potential. I can't click on his name, but I'm already on him. Yeah, 4 stars potential. That is the highest out of anyone. Obviously, Esri Konsa is going to be playing as a centre back. He's competent at right back, but we just needed a bit of depth there. And to be honest, that's the only piece of business that I really wanted to get done, was get in a right back, and we did that. As we look ahead, we have a pretty comfortable start to September. With the Carabao Cup 3rd round coming up against Lincoln, and then Man United and Arsenal in between the end of the month. Bit tricky, but I am sure we're in good form. If I just go ahead and look at the stats to start the season, it has been looking good. Philip Coutinho on loan has been doing pretty well, looks like. Anyway, moving on. As you can see, I'm on PlayStation, so I can't put any fancy corner tactics in, but Pau Torres has been quite prolific from the corners. I promise I haven't got any special tactics in, because you can't put any special tactics in, as you can, well, you would be able to see, but unfortunately I need the set pieces to my assistant manager. No, but it's been a good start for the team. Boubacar Kamara getting 3. I'm a bit disappointed in Ollie Watkins. Only 1 goal. I don't think that came in the league. But it is what it is. We have a really big injury crisis going on at the moment. Yeah, 5. Well, most of them are first team players. Diego Carlos, Mings, maybe DRB, and Alex Moreno all could feature heavily in the first team. They're all injured, but I guess we will see where we go from here. I do have 8 million in the budget, so I might come back in January, see if we can get some weeding done. But no, I'm actually very happy with the start to the season, and I think we're just going to continue on. And as I said, I will come back at the start of January to see if we can make any more signings happen. I apologize. My controller does have stick drift. That's a bit of a skill issue. Have to ignore that. Of course, we could win the Carabao Cup. That would only put us in the Europa Conference League, I do believe, which we're probably going to win, hopefully, touch wood. We have money in the bank. We have 6.7 million in the bank and a little bit of wage as well. Can't move that. Don't know where we would really improve. Just looking at my scout report here, and not really anyone that I would like to purchase at the moment. Little trick: if you put loan, you do get more options. I think that usually works in the lower leagues, but just a little trick for you there. If you're in the lower leagues and you press the loan option, you get more options in your player search. But only 6 million can't really do much of that. And there's not really anyone I would like to improve. Just going to have a look at how well the team is doing in terms of stats. If we go to overall here, and we're going to go to goals first, and Ollie Watkins has finally been banging in the goals. He's wanted. Saudi and Chelsea. I'm not going to sell him, to be honest. I mean, 19 goals and 3 assists. He's looking pretty good. Probably most of them have been in the Europa Conference League. Let's go to Premier League, actually. Let's go and see how many goals he has in Premier League. He has 11. So 8 in other competitions, that's pretty good. Jacob Ramsey is actually our next highest scorer with 7. Not really anyone with a lot of assists. Your team is at 7. 11 goals from Ollie Watkins, though, is pretty good in the Premier League at 19 overall. We would like to see that up to about 30-ish, maybe 20 in the Premier League. Good start, though. I'm not too displeased. Quite an easier January. Burnley, Wolves, Crystal Palace, Bournemouth. We're not really competing with those sorts of teams, sort of mid-table, bottom of the table. Hopefully we can get a run of wins going after whatever December was and push on from there. I don't know when I'm going to come back, to be honest. Maybe just go to the end of the season. Oh no, to the end of January, we might make a couple signings. I'm going to, and see if I've made any signings in the January transfer window. All right, so we are at the end of the January transfer window, and as you can see, there's been some business, and we're going to start with the biggest deal of the transfer window for us. Douglas Luiz gone to Saudi. I don't know why I said it so weird. 71 million is now his transfer value, so maybe I could have got more for him. But 59 million was hard to turn down when he was wanted, and to be honest, he was down the pecking order of midfielders, and it just allowed us to strengthen in other areas because we were really struggling with injuries. So I decided to bring in some more depth. Our first signing we made is Andre, for 22.5 million from Brazil. A good little player. I bought him before on different Football Manager saves, so I know he's reliable. Good bit of potential and could improve and slot him really nicely, to be honest. And hopefully his valuation goes up as well. But yeah, very nice side in there. And next we have a wonder kid, Moritz. I'm not even. I just not even gonna try and pronounce the name. Yeah, no, 5-star potential though. Excellent. Good depth in striker. As John Durant isn't very good on this game, but if Football Manager 25 does ever get released, he should be a lot better. But for now, we already have Ollie Watkins, and not really anyone else who can fill that gap. So I just thought I'd bring him in, and to bring in a little bit of depth, and he could play anywhere across the attack. Not great on the right, but if push comes to shove, we can always stick him out there. No, but a very good signing, and we purchased him for 13.75 million. So I got him as well. And our last deal, as you can see, all 3 of these deals were on deadline day. Andre, we were just waiting for his work permit. We purchased him earlier, but these last 2, we just had money left over. So, but my last signing is Nordi Mukiele. Very, very decent centre back. Again, more depth. Could also play at right back as well. Somewhere where we were struggling. Um, he's down the pecking order, but look, we just needed depth in positions, and we got that. Only 9.5 million, so a little bit of a bargain. Maybe we could have done more. Our balance is finally in the positive, but we do have something to mention before we go on to the schedule. I just want to bring you guys over, if I can find him. Hang on, there he is. So Jacob Ramsey, who's been improving a lot. He looks very good at the moment. I don't know how to. I think we do this. It doesn't show you how much he hasn't improved, but he is looking really good. He was 3.5 stars at one point, which is just excellent that he started from 2.5 stars. I've just been playing him and playing him, and that's how you get to develop players. You just got to give them first team football, and he's developed really nicely into this shadow striker role. But yeah, I'm really happy with his development. We're going to move on to the schedule now, and it's been a pretty good January, to be fair, out of the Carabao Cup, but it was nice to get to the semi-final, but that isn't our focus. Our focus is again Champions League football, and it was really nice to see this after a bit of a bit of a dodgy December, as we discussed earlier. I'm really happy with this. Hopefully, we can push on from here. Also in the FA Cup against Blackburn Rovers and Sheffield United, which obviously I should be confident in. We're still in the Europa Conference League as well. Don't know who we're going to have there. But overall, I'm actually really happy. As I said, the balance is looking very healthy. So I am happy with that. Just move that over a little bit. But no, I'm very happy with how January has gone. A bit of a trickier February with United and Arsenal back to back. But I believe what we can get a result from one of those two games, then quite an easier March, and then tricky fixtures to end the season. So that might hinder our Champions League chase a little bit. We are not in the Champions League spots, unfortunately, because of that horrible December. It really put us back. But we are 5 points of fifth or fourth, which obviously fifth could be enough depending on the coefficient points. But I will go play the rest of the games, and I will come back at the end of the season where hopefully we have won a cup and we have Champions League football at the end of the season. And as you can see, we have won a trophy. Very good. We love winning trophies. Joe Scally ended up getting signing of the season. Although I suppose it makes sense as he's the only person that we brought in the summer transfer window, so we had the most time, so that probably makes sense. Actually, it does make sense. We finished 8th. Spoilers. We did not get Champions League. Unfortunately, we only got Europa League because we won the FA Cup, which the board is only A and not A plus of us winning the FA Cup. And we beat Man City. Huh. Anyway, we got knocked out in the quarterfinal by Eintracht Frankfurt in the Europa Conference League. Very disappointing there. After winning 13-0 in the group stages, I thought that we might go on and win it, but I guess the quarterfinals was one stage too far. We got knocked out in the semi-final by Man City, 4-1 over 2 legs, as you saw earlier. But we also beat them in the semi-final on penalties. So, bit of a mixed bag against Man City. How do we do against them in the league? Oh, of course, we lost them 3-0 casually, and 2-0 casually. Ollie Watkins got 19 goals, top scorer for us in the league. Very good total. Not great, but very good total. These are the matches to remember and biggest win. And unfortunately, you cannot see our goal of the season because it's not giving me the option to show you the goal of the season. But I'm pretty sure, yes, it wasn't free kick. It was a free kick, and it was a good free kick, but not really goal of the season worthy. Neither here nor there. You don't really need to know this because, of course, we failed the objective, so we will not be doing second season. And this is the team of the year for Aston Villa. I'm actually very happy with the ratings. This is very good across the board. Defense maybe needs a bit more security at the back. Not great, but Ollie Watkins with 35 goals and 7 assists there in 57 appearances. It's pretty good. Elsewhere, Yuri Tielemans with 14 assists, very notable. Jacob Ramsey with 18 goals and 7 assists, really jumping onto the scene. To see his development here, looking very, very good. Transfer value of 80 million now. Wow, that is excellent. I won casually on the Premier League Manager of the Month for January. Not much to go about there. And these are all of the club awards we got. Emilio Martinez with World Golden Glove. That's the first time I've ever got a competition award. That's the first for everything. Fan player of the season, Ollie Watkins. Young player of the season, Jacob Ramsey. Signing of the season, you've already seen that. Feel free to pause the video if you want to see anything of this. I doubt you do. And then over here we've got record breakers. Moving on to the screen, which you don't really need to see. And yeah, there you go. Confirmation of the FA Cup win over here. So we failed, so we won't be doing a second season. But overall, I am happy. 8th place is disappointing, but we won the FA Cup. We won the trophy. That's good. Obviously, that's good. This is our schedule. We've started off really well. And that's why I'm slightly disappointed. I mean, we were unbeaten until that 3-1 loss to Arsenal in September, which is excellent. And then we went unbeaten in October. And we only lost one game in November. And then December's where it all went wrong. Famous December. Horrible, horrible, horrible. 3 losses in a row. Newcastle, Man City and Tottenham. But that's just the way it goes sometimes. Could have done the double as well. But Man City stopped us in our tracks. Overall, I am happy we did fail. So there's going to be no second season, as I said. But hopefully we can get the second season on episode 2. Just one thing to note. I use a really simple tactic. Just 4-2-3-1 gegenpress. I know it's boring, but I don't do this for a living. I'm not a professional. I've only been playing for 2 years. I don't look too deep into the tactic side of things. I just keep it really, really simple. And it was effective, but just not effective enough, unfortunately. I suppose we could have a quick look at the loans. Not really anything nothing worth noting, apart from Louis Barry got 20 goals and 3 assists for Stockport. Good on him. And Omar Kellyman, 11 goals and 7 assists for Derby. Pretty good. Morgan Rogers, disappointing. I really like Morgan Rogers in real life. I almost kept him and played him, but thankfully I didn't because Jacob Ramsey, wow. But this has been it for episode 1 of Recreation with Aston Villa. Up next, we will be having Ipswich Recreation on episode 2, where we see if we can recreate that special promotion season last season. But that will be all for today's episode of Recreation, the first episode of Recreation. I hope you all enjoyed it as much as I did. This has been really fun, actually. My first long form video in a very long time, and it's been great with this first episode. Unfortunately, we failed, but next time I will make sure that we do not fail. Hopefully, with Ipswich, we can get them promoted. But for now, that has been episode 1 of Recreation. Thank you for coming along with me, and hopefully, I can see you again for episode 2. I'm out. FA Cup final. I didn't run you through the FA Cup final. What a game. It had everything. We scored within 6 minutes with an Ollie Watkins penalty. And I'm thinking, we finished above Fulham in the league. We're going to smash them. I was wrong. Zaniolo, injured. And he was involved in the penalty, the lead up to the penalty, if I'm not mistaken. And then he goes and gets an injury. What was his injury? I don't know. Let's have a look together. His injury was, in fact, a moderate hamstring strain. Out for 2 days. Huh. Anyway, feisty match, cagey match, 1-0, 71st minute. Boom, they score. And I'm thinking, how? We've been much a better team. They scored, and it's just, I was thinking, here we go. We're going to concede in the 90th minute. I mean, but then we take the extra time. Ollie Watkins gets a goal disallowed in the 97th minute, by the way, before we go to extra time. I mean, imagine my heartbreak. Let's just watch this together. I mean, it truly was a horrible feeling. I mean, I don't know why I'm watching this back, to be honest, but I've got to give you guys a bit of gameplay because I didn't do any live performance, so I'll give you this instead. Wendia charges through the middle, excellent run, back to massive attack, nice little 1-2. Andre on the edge of the area, back to combat. This is excellent build up, gives it to McGinn, and Ollie Watkins across the face of the goal, smashes it in, but John McGinn was offside. But anyway, we won. Into extra time, we dig deep, we make changes. Leon Bailey with the double, incredible 2 goals from him, really secure. Let's watch them both because who doesn't love gameplay in a game we're going to have for another 6 months? Yes, that is right. I'm recording this after the news that FM25 has been cancelled. Excellent. There's his first goal. What a finish! What a finish! Genuinely, I'm not even just saying that. That was a brilliant finish. And then to steal the win, steal the FA Cup, we have a 121st minute goal. Really put that on the I mean, the finish is alright. I think it might take a deflection. That pass is disgusting. Just incredible. If we just look at the end of the season stats, because I don't know if I ran that through or not. If I did, I guess you'll see this twice. We'll go overall and we'll go top of the goal scoring charts. Ollie Watkins, 35 goals and 7 assists in 57 games. 7.1 average, second highest average after Luca Dean. Very surprising, holding it down at left back. And the most assists is going to go to Yuri Tielemans. I really like Yuri Tielemans in real life, to be honest. I think he's a great player. I think that's it. To be honest, I think that's it. Yeah, I did forget to go through all of that with you. But it was second at one point. Those were the days. Could have got Champions League, but then we just had that period of time where we didn't move up to 6th and then just stayed at 7th, dropped down to 8th at the end of the season. I was talking to myself, sorry, I got distracted. But that is going to be it. I can't wait to join you next time for episode 2 for Ipswich of the Recreation series. Bye for now.